They still are dead set on going by these pronouns. Change the look, and then I'll maybe get it. I'm never going to get it right. Don't try to confuse me with a trick fucking question.
It's a mess.
If you weren't doing what you're doing today for a living, what would you be doing?
Him first.
That's something you've never fielded that question.
What would I do?
Yeah.
You've never felt it either.
I feel like I had. I think I had.
No, you haven't.
I think you guys
None of
did.
us. None of us have ever fielded it.
Felled it.
Felled it. Corey felled it.
I mean, that's like an open-ended question, though. Because like, you could just, I mean, hey, if I'm not working in a restaurant, like I want to build rockets. I want to build
100%
spaceships.
military.
Yeah.
You want to be in the military?
Should have done the military. As an 18-year-old, I was too big of a fucking pussy. Didn't think I could handle it.
Right.
And that's the one thing. If I could go back, I don't know if I wouldn't change where I'm at today.
Right.
At all.
You just love tactical shit.
No, I think there's something
Badass about it, like James Bondy, or you think?
No. Like to see if you could succeed at the highest level.
Dude, and you know what's really cool is seeing your friends.
I'm not saying I could. I'm not saying I could. I know I couldn't. That's why I didn't do it at fucking 18.
It takes a different type of person.
Yeah, it does.
Not to get too deep, at 40, early 40s,
mid to late.
I'm early. Okay,
Mid.
I'm dead mid.
Full mid.
Dead mid.
Full mid.
Mid 40s. All right, fucking 45. Fuck off. Fuck off. Keeping up with the score on the age. All right.
Right. This is just not in the cards for you. This is
There's
a
no
fucking
current-
pipe.
no
This is a
going
I'm
fucking
not
pipe.
saying
dream,
I'm
dude.
going back to the military. You just let me.
There's
make
a
a
cutoff.
point.
There's a cutoff, dude. You can play play the games online.
Go ahead.
I've always been. I'm not the brightest person. But I always like step back. Everything's about a microscope. Like, everything is, your vision changes however far you focus or however far you step back. Right. So everything that you're focused on doing, whatever job, career, and all that kind of stuff, if you step back and look at it from a macro level, whatever, some of the things don't make as much sense or aren't as important, right? And I think the farthest out you can get, at least in my mind, whatever, is protecting the country that you were born in, right? So that's the thing that matters the most. Like, we worry about, fucking cars are fucking awesome. I wouldn't trade it for a world. I love my fucking wife and the kids and family I've built because of this. Love working with you guys. Love everything that we've done. It's like that. But if you step back, whatever, in the grand scheme of things, the only way I could look at it is like, what would, at the end of the day, if I was a fucking man enough to like give your life for the fucking country that is giving you everything, that's the only thing I could look at as being like a fucking...
It's like the ultimate, you know?
Yeah. Like
total badass, yeah.
Or just the fucking thing that matters. Like, actually fucking matters at the end of the day.
I can relate to that. Yeah.
I'm not saying that anything we do doesn't matter, but I mean, I think anybody listening probably understands. Like, there's a point of where it's like, what we're doing right now, sitting there having this fucking conversation, eating fucking lobster, right? And drinking fucking the best bourbon that is around, having the baddest ass employees and the baddest ass customers and the fucking baddest ass customers and the baddest ass customers.
Because somebody sacrificed.
Is because somebody's out there fucking doing the shit that, like,
that someone else is doing the hard
there's
work.
There's a wife and kid at home right now where the motherfucker out there being a fucking badass.
Right.
For us to sit around here and fuck around and make jokes and shit like that. And that, I don't know, it's always being so close to it at, 16, 17, 18 years old, feeling like that's what I'm going to have to fucking do. I'm going to have to fucking go do it. And then bitching out what I felt like I was bitching out because I didn't feel like I had it. It's always kind of been like, fuck, there's somebody else didn't bitch out. And I've got to do some dumb fucking shit for 30 fucking years because somebody else didn't bitch out. 2-year mandatory military service from 18 to 20.
Israel does it, right?
I know. Yeah. Tell me your workforce that you would have at 20 years old and the education that they would have free of student debt.
Right.
Just the education they would have in 2 years, the real world experience and the work ethic that they would have, what your work force would look like across the nation.
Be a lot tougher, dude.
Do you think?
Like, look how soft these people are now, dude. You go to get your coffee in the morning, and it is something looking at you with, like, man, isn't going to get in trouble for this. They don't know what the fucking hard day of life is, like, overseas, like fighting for their fighting for our freedom.
Their hardest day is being constantly referred to as the wrong pronouns.
Yeah.
And they still are
offends you?
dead set on going by these pronouns. Change the look and then I'll maybe get it. I'm
think
never going to get it right. Don't try to confuse me with a trick fucking question.
And we're catering to these people way too much, dude. Like
I know.
I won't do it.
They have feelings. I don't either. But you know what? They're catering to them too much. But what about these guys in the military that are standing there like giving their fucking lives? Oh, we're over here just partying and having a good time, but he's the reason we get to do that. And you get this fucking thing with purple hair, like bitching that you didn't leave a 25% tip. Like, dude, where the fuck did we go wrong? That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry
when
for
it's
the
They don't have to deal with any of that shit.
I want a grande black coffee and turn it around. 20% tip? Question mark. Motherfucker, the motherfucker's gonna hand it to me.
Yeah, no thank you.
And when you order that, when you walk into that coffee shop and you look at the person and say, "Good morning, how are you?" And they look at you and go, "I'm existing."
How are you supposed to respond to that?
Like, come on, man.
Sucks.
I love the term.
I think us as
Toxic masculinity.
toxic masculine men,
Right.
which I'm not ashamed to be.
There's still women out there.
There's
that
gonna be a
want that.
little piece of any real man that says, "Fuck, I would have liked to strap it up for my country."
Yeah.
Imagine if there was a draft today, though. Like, how many of these fucking
Oh shit.
this woke generation would be running for the hills?
Well, you got to think like, I mean, you look at what would that draft entail? Why would there be a draft? It's like the conflict wouldn't, more than likely, it wouldn't be something that you would want to fight for. You know, it's like the fucking bullshit in the world today.
Right.
The turmoil is not something that, like, you know, is
No. I don't think
would
I don't
make
think
you want to
would
lay
have the turmoil.
it on the line. You know,
I don't think you'd have the turmoil anyway if, again, you go back to stepping back out. Say every single 18-year-old goes into military service. Think about the size of the military force that the United States of America would have at every 18, 19, and 20-year-old
Huge, dude.
was
Come on.
serving.
And
Whether
just
they
talk-
liked it or not,
but
they're
it-
going to learn to like it in about 6 months,
Yeah,
right?
But
One way or the
just the invaluable life lessons that
Yeah.
that those
But you
young men
also
and women
wouldn't
would
have-
get.
You also wouldn't have any other country talking motherfucking shit because it's
Nope.
like that's a
We're
that's
not-
a
yeah.
quite
Who's doing
large military force at that, right? And then you learn. But
Right.
regardless, we digress. I just it solves again. Everything's about stepping back and looking at it from a bigger problem.
Yeah.
That solves a lot of fucking problems. Makes your companies stronger. Makes the economy stronger. Makes the United States stronger. Makes everything stronger, which makes the next generation stronger.
Well, it gives us the freedom to
or
succeed,
weaker.
you know?
That's the problem. Next generation's always weaker the stronger that you are. Something like that. Yeah, it goes around.
yeah.
Well, I think it's important.
Tough times make weak men. Or
Yeah.
there's something with that. Yeah.
People, fucking look it up. We've been drinking it. The lobster. It's
Yeah,
the lobster.
Google it. You know what we're trying to say here.